Hey everybody, Jochen Heiden here, back with the 20 January 1942 combat replay. As you know, we've got a lot of action going off the coast of Australia with Lodrik's magically teleported carriers back in action. And also we have a lot of stuff going on in China, so I expect this to be a pretty active turn. And I think we also got a little surprise in store for Lodrik as well, so let's see if we can get him. Wish us luck. Okay, and we are live. Let's see what happens this turn. Uh, not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Oh, dang. That's super bad. I can't believe I did that. Oh, no. Did you hear that? Something just sank. I heard a gun shot, and then I heard something sink. I don't think that was my ship. Did something blow up? Wow, we'll have to check into that. Okay, so he's landing at Ketapang. I heard it sounded like a coastal defense gun and a ship sinking. So what that could possibly be, I don't know. Has to be one of his, right? Oh, I hear a mine. Okay, here we go. He's going for Noumea, guys. I can see it. Oh man, Noumea is gonna get hit hard. I hope we can defend. Okay, he's really going for Palembang. This is wild, guys. This is gonna be a very active turn. All right, let's start in China with the sweeps. Okay, we got a oh, guys, here we go. We got a sweep at Noumea. So once again, he catches our aircraft out of position because it's going to take us forever to get the planes up, and in the meantime, um, he's well, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. Let's just hope that these P-40Bs can do what they need to do. So what we do have here are numbers. Come on, guys. I need something. I need some performance here. This is a big battle. I don't think I'm going to speed through this one right away. I want to see what happens here. Yes, come on. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Come on, P-40s. Come on, P-40s. We need more. We need more. It's not looking. It's not looking too good here, but we'll keep trying. We need more aircraft. Okay. I feel like we're winning this. Oh yes. I don't think Lodrik was ready for this. There we go. We got more. We got big numbers on these guys now. And see, we're fighting over our own island, and he's not. So I'm hoping that aircraft that we shoot down over our island, he doesn't get those back. He doesn't get the pilots back. Ah, come on. Come on, guys. We got to win here. Dang it. We need more aircraft up. We got to get more aircraft up. It's so frustrating when I have 62 aircraft on cap, right? But none of them are in position. Oh, that's good. None of them are in position when they show up. It's like, where is the cap at? Well, we should be circling over Noumea, right? So why does he get to show up with full strength and we have to climb up to get shot down by him? But you know what? We're still getting some kills here, and I can't complain about that. I think Lodrik wasn't really prepared for this. Yes. This is looking pretty good. Despite the cap not doing what it needed to do when I wanted it to, they're making up for it now. Oh yeah. I think we got more of him than he got of us. Look at those numbers. Oh, guys, check this out. Check out these numbers. So we definitely won this battle. He was not prepared for this. Um, we're reporting at least 4 zeros destroyed versus 1 P40. We'll look at the numbers when we get to the intel brief, but we also damaged a lot, so he may suffer a lot of op losses here, whereas my op losses may be lower because we're fighting right over our territory. I'm really happy with this. This is the first time we've actually had a better performance than the zeros this campaign. Really awesome. Let's continue. Okay, back to China. All right, bombing raid at Pinseong. He's doing everything he can. Okay, bombing raid down here, and you know what? That's fine because all these bombers going here are not going to Kukong or somewhere else. This is a sacrificial unit at this point. So I'm just going to kind of blow through these reports because if this unit is destroyed, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world for me. Okay, Sally's coming in to bombing this unit that retreated from Sinkawang. A raid on Xi'an itself, which is interesting. I wonder what his intent is here. I don't really have anything or intent to do much to this, so... Okay, guys, let's see what we can do. This is going to be a very important battle. Unfortunately, now we don't have the numbers that we had before, so it's going to be really interesting to see how we do. Okay, this will take a long time, so instead of watching this happen for an hour, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to this so we can get to the results, because this is going to be rough. Let's see what happens here. All right, he gets through quite a bit. Let's see if our destroyers can do something here. Okay, we're dodging. We're ducking and weaving. The DD King looks like a Clemson. I would love it if we can dodge all of his attacks. Come on, guys. Come on. So far, so good. Oh, okay. Couldn't dodge them all. Ah, dang it. All right, well, let's take a look at the numbers here. I feel like we did okay here. We had 2 destroyers take some hits, which isn't ideal for sure. But he did expend a lot of torpedoes. He did expend a lot of sorties, and we definitely shot down a lot more aircraft than he did. So, you know, I can live with this for now. I don't like losing destroyers, but we're pushing back, you know, and that's important. That's a weird sound. That sounds like a ship sinking. I'm turning this sound up. Guys, I don't know if you heard what I heard. I heard what sounded like a ship that was sinking and breaking up underwater. It's weird. Maybe it was a sub? Oh, check this out, guys. A little surprise for you, Mr. Lodrik. So, I decided I was going to punish Lodrik for his latest incursion into my land. So I sent some B-17s out towards Rabaul. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to let this go for a minute, and then we're going to, you know what? No, I want to get to the goods here. Let's find out. So we're getting through. Okay, we got a hit. Come on, guy. Oh, wow, that was kind of not so great, I guess. So it appears that he's using clods, and a lot of them at Rabaul, but these aren't really the best. So, okay, this could have been a better raid, but it is what it is. 6 B-17s take damage. We don't appear to shoot down any clods. We do get a bomb into the mine layer, the cruiser mine layer at Takashima, and it's on fire. This is more of a retaliatory strike. It's at long range, as you can see by the little asterisk here. But we got something. And now we know what he's got for defense at Rabaul. A lot of clods, which are garbage. Okay, so that's it for the air phases. Now let's see what happens on the ground. Come on, King. Don't you dare sink. Ah! Should have disbanded in port. Oh, hey! Yeah! Check that out, guys. Woo! So this is the GAR, and those are Mark 14 torpedoes. This is a mine tender. 2 torpedoes into a small ship like that. Let's listen in. I'm going to turn the sound up so you guys can hear. Is it going to sink? Yes, it did. Wow. All right, so he does an amphibious assault on Montauk, which is an island out near Palembang, but we have no troops there. Wow. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with what's transpired this turn so far. We gotta see what happens on the ground, though. Okay, here we go. The mother of all battles at Clark. Let's just go ahead and fast forward through this because it's gonna take a while. Put your guesses in the comments. Is he gonna take it or not? Let's see. Can we hold? Can we hold? Can we hold? I don't know. Wow, we hold, guys. So we hold at Clark for another day. Unfortunately, he knocks the forts down to level 1. And let's take a look at the reveal for the casualties. Japanese. 2,500 casualties with a fair amount of squads destroyed. A lot of guns lost. Some vehicles lost. Let's see what our casualties were. A lot worse. A lot worse. Which I still don't understand how you can take more casualties in defense, but that's the way this game does ground combat. So, that is not sustainable for us. However, it is still a victory today, and I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, bombardment at Changsha. We're not gonna sit here and watch this all day. He's got a lot of guns here. Alright, so we take a ton of casualties here. But we do notice that, well, this doesn't tell us everything. I don't want to say that this is everything he's got, but a lot of casualties for sure. And now he's bombarding up here. He's just going to try to whittle us away. And unfortunately, we just don't have the we don't have the guns to fire back. So take a look at that. Almost 8,000 assault value here. I don't know how he has all these troops. Okay, now he's clearing this hex here. It should go pretty easily. Okay. All right, now he's taken Hollandia. Wow, that was definitely a very exciting turn. I can't wait to look at the analysis on this because there's so much that happened. And I don't think I had the sound turned up enough for you guys to hear it, but I heard a gun firing and a ship sinking. I heard what sounded like another ship hitting a mine and sinking, and then I heard what sounded like a ship that was underwater breaking up and sinking underwater. So I don't know if that implies that a sub, like he lost a sub or something, but well, let's look at the analysis and see if we can figure out what that was. This was busy. Whew. Okay, guys, we're back. So obviously the big talk this turn is going to be about our air battle over Noumea with Kido Butai. But before we get to that, let's just go through the numbers, okay? So we'll start with aircraft losses. And for this turn, we had a pretty decent day in the air. So 7 for us versus 22 for him, which is definitely in our favor. Looking at the numbers, we're reporting right now that we have 13 zeros lost today. A total of 10 air-to-air and 3 to ops. Okay? We're reporting a total of 6 P-40Bs lost, 4 air-to-air, 2 ops. He lost 3 Kates, 2 Vals, and a smattering of other miscellaneous aircraft down here. It appears we lost 1 Catalina due to it looks like a search cap that got shot down. That's fine. Definitely good numbers though. Anytime we can prevail over zeros is a good day. So that means whatever I was doing in Noumea was right, and we picked the right aircraft to be there. I feel that the P-40B is a better aircraft than the P-40E as a pure fighter, and I think we demonstrated that today, despite the overwhelming numbers that it came with us with. So there's the numbers. I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, let's go down and look at the ground losses. So he ticked up 9 points here for army loss points. We obviously went up quite a bit because of all the units we lost at Clark Field. Now, ship sunk. I feel like this is a little misleading because I heard a lot of stuff, and I'm going to show you why I think he lost more than this. Okay, so we definitely took out the Psycho Maru. The GAR, which is south of Tokyo, put 2 Mark 14 torpedoes, and they both worked. And we sank it, which is awesome because ACMs are really good for maintaining minefields. And if he wants to maintain minefields, he needs to keep these ACMs intact. They're not good to be used for ASW work. So if he's using these for ASW work, I think that's a mistake. They need to be hunkered down in a port protecting minefields. We lost to DD King, which was coming in from an ASW patrol. I had it set to disband at Noumea, but it didn't happen in time. So he was caught out in the open. It is what it is. Okay. Let's keep looking at... Well, that's all there is to see, I guess, for ship sunk. But I'm going to tell you why I think he lost more than that. I think quite a bit more. Okay, so if we take a look down here, I don't know if I pointed this out to you guys before, but he's now in the lead, okay? Not by much. He's just about 150 points ahead of us, but he has flipped... changed the score, and a lot of that is our ships that are getting ripped apart. In probably several hundred points of these are ships that we lost in Australia. The army loss points are what they are. There's nothing I can really do about stopping that, and I will definitely claim some mismanagement of our aircraft early in the campaign, but I'm starting to fix that, as you can see by today's battle. So one thing I want to show you is the combat report, because it sheds a lot of light on things that we couldn't see during the replay. Take a look at this. So he sent in a minesweeper group into Palembang Bay, and they definitely got the yucky end of the stick there. Okay, That being said, these AMCs that he sent into Palembang did clear 51 mines, which is substantial, but he lost a lot of them, and I think I'll show you why I think he lost a lot. So let's take a look at that. Over Palembang, we're reporting one ship left, okay? And I just put out some harbor defense mortar yachts launches to try to finish this last guy off. So he did take down some of our mines, but he's going to lose all the ships he sent in there to do it. Okay. He cleared some mines at 5184, and let me see if I can find where that's at. 5184. So I did lay some mines here. It appears that we weren't entirely successful with where I placed them, unless he did run into one, which I wouldn't necessarily know right now. Hopefully he did run into one. What else? Let's see combat report additionally. Oh, right here. I did see a submarine at Noumea, and what I did here sounded correct. So I think that 160 sank. I'm almost certain that it sank, and that sound that I heard was a submarine sinking, because it sounded like it was underwater. So the 160 ran into some mines that I laid there at Noumea, which is awesome, because I laid those mines 100% because I knew his subs would. He thinks that he can go into my ports and just sit there, and I put mines in these ports because I'm tired of him camping subs in there. So now, boom, that's the price you pay for doing that. And I'm going to put way more mines in Noumea so he can't ever go in there again. But I'm really excited that I think we basically sank that sub. There's no way that a sub is going to take 2 direct mine hits and survive. So this is pretty awesome that this combat report shows us stuff that we could not see during the combat replay. I would never know this stuff if this wasn't here. So awesome. So we know he lost at least 1 sub and probably at least 3 AMCs and possibly something else too. Because it isn't showing us that he struck a mine, but I thought I heard a ship hit a mine. So, okay. Let's go ahead and start talking about the analysis, because we have a lot to talk about here. All right, so let's start down there where we're at with Noumea. So he was over here near the coast of Brisbane last turn, but I think he realized that he sank everything there was to sink, and there wasn't any other ships at port. So, and I think he also knew that we have aircraft up in Cap. So Lodrik's thought process was, let me go over to Noumea because I bet he doesn't have anything there. He clearly did not have intel on what we had here. So he went over here thinking he was going to find a soft target. But what he ran into was this. A lot of P-40s that I've been putting there for weeks. And these P-40s aren't any slouches, okay? I have good pilots in all of these. Yeah, so I had these guys ready to go, only at 80% cap. And even with that, we did a number on him. So what my concern is now is that he's going to hit us again because he thinks that he's got more fighters. Well, okay, I take that back. The only chance he has is to send a massive fighter sweep with like all the fighters he's got. So just to combat that, I think what I'm going to do is send another flight of P-40s from Brisbane over to Noumea to reinforce, and then bring some down from Cairns to Brisbane. And then in case he wants to hit us for round 2 at Noumea, we'll be ready there. But I don't want to take any aircraft from Brisbane or Sydney because we just don't have enough of those to go around. And if he comes back to Brisbane looking for a softer target, I want to be ready there. So we might have to shuffle some aircraft around, but he will not take Noumea from me. No way. I think that's really exciting. So it only cost us 1 destroyer damaged and 1 sank. The rest of these, the rest of the ships are safe there. I don't want to send them out. I don't want to move them in case he has more aircraft up next turn. So we're going to hunker down in port and just use our aircraft to protect us. But awesome result against the Kido Butai. Now we can take a look at the pilot losses. I don't know if I did that already. I don't remember. We only had 2 KIA and 1 wounded pilot. And I've already checked the wounded pilot. He will be coming back this month. So we really only lost 2 pilots, period. And I guarantee you he lost way more than that because his pilots were lost over Noumea, and they don't get to fly back when they're shot down here. So most all of the aircraft losses that he incurred here that weren't ops losses are going to probably drive some MIA or KIA pilots. So come on back, Lodrik. Let's do it again. Let's do a round 2. We're ready for you, big boy. Since we're already in Australia, we can take a look at Rabaul. So we sent some bombers towards Rabaul. And while we didn't have a lot of success, he has a ton of fighters here. But they're all Claudes. And Claudes aren't particularly good. They have 2 little pea shooter guns. So they're not going to really hurt a B-17. From what I recall from the ops losses, excuse me, we only had 6 damaged aircraft and no lost aircraft. So I may want to go back in again, because he's going to think we won't. Yeah, I'm going to do some reverse psychology on Lodrik, because I'm pretty good at this now. I know what he does. He's going to think we won't go back, but we're going to go back because there's more ships here. And I'm not sure if we sank that minesweeper, but we're going to go back in. One thing I did by mistake on this last turn was I accidentally sent the bombers at 8,000 feet. And per the agreement, I forgot this because I'm playing 2 play-by-emails now. We have different rules. Lodrik and I did agree to a 10,000 foot minimum for B-17s. So I accidentally sent these at 8. I will be fixing that. If we do elect to bomb again, I'll be going in at 10,000 feet, which may hurt us, it may not. But Lodrik did call me out on that, and he's technically correct. So no more bombing raids at 8,000 feet. That was a mistake. I forgot. I'll fix it. But we may go back. We also get a little bit of detection on here, so we could see. He's got. Looking at this also, we've got ships here. Ooh. A big task force moving this way. I'm really curious as to where these guys are going. So we have at least an AV and a CL, maybe more, coming down this way. I wonder if this is like round 2 of carriers coming in to reinforce the Kido Butai that's down there right now. So a lot of ship activity overall at Rabaul. So things are spicing up over here in the Solomon Sea. So what is he going to do next turn? Is the Kido Butai going to hit Noumea a second turn? Is he going to retreat? You know what I think he's going to do? I think he's going to go up here towards Luganville and try to damage that. And that's nothing I can really do about that. So what I will do is move the ships out for now until I know what he's going to do. Because I am unloading some troops at Luganville, and I just don't want them to be caught there if Kido Butai comes back. Or comes that way, because it would make sense for him to kind of go this way. He's probing around for weak spots, so either he hits us a second time with more fighters up front, or he probes around for another soft spot, because this ain't soft. So if he were smart, he'd come up here to Luganville, hit that, and then retreat. So we'll see what he does. Okay, let's just go up this way. A lot of activity over here in Dutch East Indies this turn. He landed at Muntok, and he will take it. We have nothing there. He landed at Ketapang. He'll take that. We've got nothing there. But we can do is maybe detour. Let's do this. Let's detour into Ketapang on the way home. All right. Let's see. We'll clear all this. Cool. We'll see if we can pick something off on the way home. So we do have some Dutch subs heading up this way. We're getting a nice little bit of a blockade up here to try to slow him down from coming up this way next time around. Additionally, we do have an AMC at Palembang, and that's what he's doing. He's sweeping mines, but that ship won't survive the next turn. Well, but that does tell us he may be looking for an amphibious invasion into Palembang. I thought he would come down here to Oosthaven and try to land that way, but it does not appear that's what he's trying to do. But we'll see. Pretty exciting stuff, though. Do have some ships sighted here. I suspect that these are probably supply ships or tankers trying to, or something. He's putting in Miri to build it up. I don't know what he's got going on up here, but there's a lot of ship activity here at Miri. Last we checked, though, he had some zeros here, so I'm kind of hesitant to send bombers up there to find out what's going on. Look at that guy. Well on his way. Okay, in Philippines, we suffered another attack at Clark Field, and we held once again. Again, we took more losses than he did, but we held. So we're buying time. So congratulations to our Clark Field defenders. I don't know how much more fight they got left in them, especially with the fortification level being as low as it is. But we will continue to fight as long as we can. I will fix this supply situation, but what's important is the actual units are in supply, even if the base is not. So I'm going to move some more supply from Bataan up here to see what we can do. And we'll go from there. Hopefully we can continue pushing back, though. Looking at Malaya, he did take this hex last turn, and he's 1 hex away from freeing up the rail line here. However, he's still slowed down, and he's having to march now because he can't, unless he goes back to Kuala Lumpur and gets back into rail, he's going to have to walk all the way to Taiping before he picks up a rail line again. And he has to win here too. So we've slowed him down quite a bit in Malaya. We're already in the 21st of January, and he's still stuck down here, which isn't great. I would have preferred that he was stuck here a lot longer, but it's something. We're slowing him down, moving up towards Bangkok, and then up to here for him to start his attack on Rangoon. There are no sightings of ships in this area, which I'm really happy to see that. And that buys us some time. So what we're going to do here is I have a little operation at Port Blair going on. I've sent some ships up here to unload these damaged aircraft because they're too damaged for me to repair with no supply. So let's see if we can actually dock these here. And we're going to load up. Check it out. We're going to rescue these aircraft. And we're going to send these back to Calcutta. So this was successful. We'll get this recon unit, which we really need. And we'll also get this this PBY Fort Catalina fragment. We're going to abandon Port Blair. There's no point in trying to save it now. It's just too isolated and it's too easy for him to attack. But we should have sufficient naval search at Rangoon, Colombo, and then soon to have it back at Adu and Diego Garcia for us to get an advance warning if he's going to come up this way and try to cut off our supplies. But we do have some time here in the Bay of Bengal, so I'm going to use this opportunity to start getting some ships moving back into Rangoon for supply. Because we definitely need supply in there to continue feeding into China. Now, talking about China, here's our situation. I stupidly left this base ungarrisoned because I needed the troops in Henyang, and because of the way this game calculates like areas of control, because he's here, it allowed him to take this base. So now I have to move troops back here to retake it. And what does that do to us? It slows down our supply into Changsha, because now instead of having 2 supply routes into Changsha, we only have 1. Can he do anything with this? Possibly he can try to land troops here. So I'm going to have to now shift troops. This 58 Chinese Corps, which was going to go into Henyang, I may want to split off and move elsewhere. I don't know what else to do in the meantime. But he's definitely outsmarting us in this area. And, shame on me for allowing that to happen. I'm trying to fix it, though. I do have some good news, though. Lodrik is now fully cut off in Kukong. Now it's time for us to attack. I feel we have sufficient troops to take him in 1 turn. I'm going to try it. I think we have what it takes to knock Lodrik out for good down here. So expect next turn the mother of all land battles to occur at Kukong, and I hope we are successful because he is fully surrounded. He is now out of supply, and there's nowhere for him to go. So if we can prevail here, it will be a major, major victory for us in the south. And once I do that, I can reduce the amount of troops that I have at Kukong and start shifting them back north to reinforce Pinsiang, Changsha, and Henyang. And I think we can stabilize the line at that point. So next turn is going to be very important. Expect massive air battles over Kukong because he knows what's at stake here. He knows what we're going to try to do. However, this is what we got. We've got 2,000 assault value, right? Everybody's in supply, so we have what we need for a big attack. We have a lot of artillery. I know he does, but so do we. And our supply situation is better because we're not cut off. He is. So we're going to go for it. He has 470 some odd assault value and a lot of guns. The terrain is wood, so it's ×2 defense. So he's going to have about 800 AV versus our 2000. So are we going to be successful? I think we will. Let's see what happens. We got to go for it, though. We have no choice. He is advancing to try to relieve these guys, but he's going to be stuck here because we have enough AV to hold here. We have enough AV to hold here, even if both these units came back, because this terrain down here is ×3. So we got it locked down. There's no. He's not going to be able to relieve these guys before we kill them. So I'm hoping for a major victory next turn. All right, so I think the last thing I want to talk about here is the Gar was highly successful. Fired 2 torpedoes, got 2 hits. We took out one of his patrol ships, which was an ACM, which to me is more valuable than a patrol boat even. So this sub does have detection issues now. He sees it, so we're going to move it off into another grid just to kind of break that detection level. You know what? One thing I forgot to mention is we didn't look at the SIGINT, so let's take a look at this. Is loaded on... Oh, he's moving stuff into Hong Kong. Why? We got a regiment Singapore. Heavy volume of radio transmissions at Singapore. Okay, he's moving more stuff into Singapore. I don't know why he would be moving it to Singapore. I would think he has more than enough stuff there in Malaya. Why would you move more to Singapore? I would move it more directly to where you're going. Heavy volume of radio traffic at Takao. Let's see if we can see anything here. Okay, well, we do see that he's got aircraft here, and we see that he has ships in port. So this SIGINT is so cool. Now that I know what it means, it'll focus your attention on something. And now we know that he has ships in port and aircraft there. It doesn't tell us how many, but it tells us that we got something there. That's so cool. All right. So we have 2 different reports of radio transmission. Oh, 5th RF Gun Battalion is planning for an attack on Kukong. I already know that that's a unit that's already in Kukong. So that's not going to help him at all. So this stuff we have 2 different instances of radio traffic at Tokyo. And what does that tell us here? It's showing us what he's got for aircraft there. So with that SIGINT, we're able to determine that he's got 115 fighters, 173 bombers, and 111 auxiliary planes, which is a lot. I assume he's using Tokyo for a training base, and I'm sure he's running some ASW aircraft out of there as well. I would assume so. What does this also tell me? An attack on Japan right now with carriers may be dangerous. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it because you guys don't know where my carriers are at, and I can send them anywhere. And I very well may be heading towards Hokkaido or somewhere else to do an attack just to throw him off balance. But the fact that he's got that many fighters and bombers in Tokyo, I'm sure a lot of them may have sufficient range to cover out to this way. So this SIGINT is great because it's telling me like, hey, you may want to think twice about it. It also shows us the ships that he's got in port. Okay, a lot of ASW ships for one that we can see that, and some cargo ships, which is also expected. So I'm really excited that the SIGINT gave us something useful this turn. It's good to know that we intercepted information that's going to help us kind of see what he's got. So, okay, I think I'm done talking. This was a very exciting turn. A lot happened, and we have a lot of positive developments for us for a change. And I really hope that next turn goes well for us because we're going to have a resolution of what the heck is going on down here. He's going to go this way, or attack again, right? We got a big battle coming at Kukong. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be the mother of all land battles as far as what we're concerned for offensive operations in China. We obviously were very successful in Kanxian, and I think we can do it again at Kukong. So, wish us luck. Keep your fingers crossed so we have a highly successful turn next battle. Because if I can reduce the forces here, we are sitting super pretty to reduce the amount of force we have at Kukong and send that stuff back north to Heiden. So, as always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for supporting this campaign with Lodrik and myself. If I sound a little lispy, it's because I had a little more dental work done today, and I apologize for that. So I don't normally sound this lispy, but I even notice as I'm talking. I feel like I got a big lump in my mouth, so it'll take some time for me to get used to that, but I'll fix it. But I've said enough. Please enjoy this video. It was great for me, and I hope it was great for you. Take care.